Hi, amazing traders. This is Jtrader. I'm a day trader for those who know me since 1999. I day trade Italian stocks, European equities, European futures, and then also Forex, crypto, options, US equities. I've been mentoring traders since almost a decade in stocks, futures, and Forex, and several of them became 6 and 7 figure traders, even in a short time. Well, this really depends from you, but the goal of today is to share with you the exact system that some of my traders who made 1+ million in profits are actually trading. I'm going to share with you my desk, so the trading station. I'm going to share with you the Trading Academy, tell you when we have the other, we say, live lessons, so you can join and come to Italy. But also I'm going to give you some few tips that not everybody knows. So stay with me because we're going to dive into this and it's going to be like your first day of school. So this is my desk station. I have two offices, but this is the academy. So where I teach to my day traders. We have over here how I should keep my screens. In this case, we have 3 screens, but you can start even with one only screen. It's not necessary to have all like this big, I would say, structure. The first screen where you see number 1 is the order flow. So I use this 1 and 2 and number 4 because that tells me where is the liquidity. As you know, when you're trading, there's always supply and demand in control. That's the major, that's the game, okay? That's really where you can spot the big traders. That's where the magic comes. So that is the first thing that I want to see, and we'll keep this for generally futures and also for stocks. Then you can see the number 3. So I divide my screen this way. And number 3 is actually our Discord room. So we screen share every single day, giving live trading alerts, but also sharing the system. And over here, we write the alerts. And then we have number 5. Number 5 is Jtrade. It's an app, it's a software, and it gives you statistics live of the stock that we're interested in, gives you the news, also you have the filings, and gives you statistics. So basically, I can see in about 14 years, okay? So I can take 14 years of data and check which stocks have, for example, faded before 9:45, which stock instead ran, what was the float, what was the institutional. So it's something that I would tell you have to have it, even if you are a newbie. Then you can see number 6, so that we're going to add the monitor on my right. And here is where I look at the exact system. We created a trading system. So I would say for a trading system, the best way is to use Python and then have data through Polygon. Instead over here, you can see the system applied in TradingView. So I can share with traders where's the entry, and you will see exact alerts of buy, sell, stop. And also we have an indicator which tells you which setup are we going to trade. For example, an under-over or a rejection or a bounce or a stuff, etc. Number 7, in this case, we have over here the brokers, okay? There are 2 major softwares that you can use to trade. If you have, we say, American brokers like Cobra, for example, is one of the brokers that we use. And I suggest to go with that if you have, of course, an account above 30K. It's very reliable. You can trade options, you can trade small caps, large caps. You always have a great customer care and an amazing chat. A little bit of tip that not everybody knows, if you use the chat in the morning, you can get also free hard to borrow stocks. So you mean you get the borrows, but for free. If they have it, they will give it to you. Or you can have, for example, if you're outside of the US, Zimtra. Zimtra is a prop firm, has the headquarters in the Cayman Island. It's reliable. I know the team, they're very good. Also great customer care, and you can open an account as low as 1K. But this is not for US traders. So in this case, I opt for Jtrader Pro instead of Sterling. Both are amazing. And then I put several stocks simply with JLines. Okay, it's an indicator that I use. And I made a video on this and VWAP. And then I have my, I would say, tools. I have the keyboard number 10. 8 is, you can see the Stream Deck. So in that case, you'll see the Stream Deck number 8 all set for the shorts. But also if I click that green button, you will see, for example, that all these hotkeys will become for the long. And number 9 is razor. So you can actually choose which one is the best. But before going on and explain you the strategy, I want to see and show you one of my top traders apply the system, the strategy that I'm going to tell you, and had his best, I would say, performance ever. He didn't start trading over here in December 2022. It was some years that he was trading, but it took me 6-7 months to form him, and he had a 35K account when he started. So the first month you can see that he almost got break even for the first couple of months. But then once it came to be around March, he started like really improving his way of trading. He broke the 100K and he started like using a compound. What it means? It means that when you trade, and let's say from 35K, you go to 50K, okay? That's already a great performance. I mean, your bank, your fund, they won't give you generally more than, if it's a bank, maybe 3% of interest a year. If it's a good fund, maybe 10, 15, 20% a year. Well, in trading, you can generate performance of even 2, 3, 400% a year, according to how good you are, and also according to how is your risk acceptance, okay? The more risk you accept, the more you can make. And if this trader brought, for example, from 35 to 50K his account, then I always told him, wire out, for example, half of what you made, and then half of what instead you made, okay? So you made, let's say 15K profit, okay, 7.5 wire out, 7.5 instead, use them as compounds. So put them in your account, and now you're gonna trade with 37.5 and more. So when it goes up, and you made, for example, 300K, 400K, 500K. Yes, this is the account how it grew, but I always told them like to wire partial out, because that's very important too. I would say limit the risk. One thing I want to tell you, that not everybody that joins a room will have performance like this. There are traders who did even better, but traders who like struggle. And this is about how you, would say, how is your tolerance to trading? How is your way to, I would say, to learn things? Because, for example, I can learn a book, right? And you can learn a book. So we both studied this book. Maybe you take 2 weeks to learn it, and then you go by memory. And maybe I take 2 years, all right? So generally, I don't take that long, I hope. But it's about really how you learn, how much time you learn. For some people, like maybe, you start trading, or you start like maybe playing football or playing soccer, whatever, and it's natural. But for the people, maybe it takes like double or triple of the time. This depends upon you. But this I want to share with you because it's what you can actually become, how you can become good, and how you can transform your life. This is the academy, and then we're gonna go right away into the system. So you can see this is one of the days. You have traders from Italy, you have traders from the States, from Emirates over here. They joined me for 5 years. So what I do for 5 single days, I trade in front of them using a live account. Generally, we go with, I like to trade Cobra or something else. And then also traders are trading next to me. So we can actually trade together. I explain and mentoring live what's happening. And 5 days over here is like simply changing your life, because you learn what I've been learning in 25 years, you learn in 5 days. So we have now an experience on the 15th of September, but you can come here even like, only by yourself for a couple of days or a week, and you can trade privately with me. Okay, let's go into this. I told you that I would give you the exact strategy that that trader, for example, did. And this is about trading not only Tesla, even if I'm going to bring 2 Tesla examples over here, but this is also how you can execute the same process, okay, in other stocks or in futures or in Forex or in crypto, because it's the same exact strategy. So I want to share with you the use of Bookmap, the order flow. I don't want to sell you Bookmap, okay, but I can tell you that it's an amazing tool that all the traders that who I would say I brought to use Bookmap, they actually improved so much. Okay, they became much better because it gives you confidence, and you will see how. So over here we have Tesla. You can see that where I write over here entry alert is a trade that we took on the 29th of August. I also shared this trade that we took live on socials, and we have an open 9:30. You can see that blue spike. You can see also the fact that the bar was above blue band. Okay, that's a JLines. On the right, so where's written rejection heat map, okay, you can see that we have this orange line. Well, this orange line is the liquidity, is actually where we have sellers placed on the book, on the level 2, on the market. So once the price on Tesla, okay, goes and forms this spike, okay, you can see that it goes 348 and 50 and then fails. That big orange line at the top, where it's written rejection heat map, was exactly 349. So once it cannot break, okay, the high, what I like to do, I like to take a risk, okay, because my risk will be the 349. I can short 348, 347, 50, 347, and I look for an unwind. If you look on the right chart, you will see that is written a number 46K. That is the amount of, I would say, shares that we had on the ask, okay, on the level 2 that were ready to dump size, okay, to dump shares on the market. So when I see this, when I see that it cannot break the pre-market high and it's called liquidity trap and right away it fails, then I get interest to take a short. And the short is given, okay, from the timing of these heat maps. And also you can see that the bars start fading the JLines. So the blue band that we have, we start fading it. And once it goes below by 9:45, that's for me a way to go full size. So the point is, a lot of traders, they simply wait, okay, every single open 9:30 because every single day they want to trade. They think that every single day you should trade. Instead, it's so wrong. I have a trader. He's talented. He's still a newbie. He's talented, but every single day he wants to trade. And I tell him it's not like that works, because you will find a perfect A+ setup maybe only 2 times a week or 2 times every 2 weeks. So you have to wait for that precise setup that you back tested that it works. So when I tell you that this system over here is working, is because I back test. So I like to use, I would say you can have Python, for example, backtesting, which is the best, but also you can have other tools. And you can, for example, put how many times Tesla, right? So you put all the Tesla gap pop plays, or Tesla that it fails below a VWAP or JLines before 940, and see how it performed. And in this case, I can tell you that this system in this way gives us more than 65% win rate, and this in the last 7 years. But as I said to you, it doesn't work only on Tesla. You can start working also on the stocks. Take the stats, reach out if you need help. You can use it on Forex. It also works in futures and also works in crypto. And over here, we can see how this then it fell all the way down. Here we have another example. So it's always Tesla. And we can see in this case, this was mid-August 2025. We can see the open where I wrote short the JLines. So this is the exact system that I put in screen share. So you see those Diablo short, okay? That's the representation of how the trading system that works, for example, in Python is put over here in a trading view, so that traders can simply see when the alert comes. But it's not about following alerts, okay? This is not a signal room, what I say. It's a real trading room, real mentorship. In a community of traders, okay, newbies, they trade near professionals. So that's the major thing. So when you have the Diablo short, and it's written short JLines, you can see that on Bookmap, so the chart that you have on the right, you have another major liquidity over here, 321 and 50. So once the price, okay, rejects that 321 and 50, and we fell below the JLine, so that major red band, that is the short play. In this case, we have a short that goes from 325 and it goes all the way down to 318. Now, you won't get, the perfect entry and the perfect exit. I hope for you that you do it, But generally it's going to be maybe instead of entering 325, 324.70, 324.80, 324, and even the exit, you're never going to take, the perfect bottom and then the price bounces. You're going to possibly scale out a little bit. And then once you have, the exit signal, okay, reclaim of JLines, or really the exit. So it comes like with an indicator popping exit, then you're going to get out. In the same case scenario, okay, this is a short play on stocks. We trade buying puts, okay, so we can work also with options. And this is exactly the system that we're working with. So today was about one, knowing how to divide your screen. So which tools you have, which software, which broker, and I gave you already two. The second thing is the system, and I showed you what you can do with a system. Of course, it's not about I give you the system will work, you will have losses, so you have to learn how to, I would say, minimize your losses, how you can control your losses. And I can tell you that, for example, even if you give me this system, I won't become a multimillionaire if I don't have discipline, if I don't have mindset, if I don't stick with the rules. Because maybe I'm going to trade a system and then other 3 or 4 setups, and I'm going to lose on those setups. So everything I make over here, I'm going to lose over there. Instead, stick to one thing in particular. So if you need help, traders, reach out. Jtrader.co is our website. So we have a fantastic trading room. And see you again. Bye, amazing traders.